Hi everybody. Messing around at the beginning, getting things wrong. Episode 36 of Random Encounter, going through the Abomination Vaults, a Pathfinder actual play podcast, I guess you could say, although we are not sponsored in any way, shape or form by Paizo, and obviously the content of the game is entirely theirs. So just doing all of that sort of filler stuff. We have got ourselves back after a little bit, and the players did a relatively sensible thing in my mind. They went into the section of the dungeon that they knew about, at least a little bit. What they're doing though now, or at least a couple of them, is they're blaming me that things got a bit harder as they went past that point in the dungeon. That's not on me. I'm not taking responsibility for that. I am not at this point.
It's your cunning GM reverse psychology and your double triple bluffing on it. Oh, we walk down the easy
like
way.
he's met the group.
Yeah.
Almost like, I will say for free, there is loads and loads of stuff in here for you guys to still dig out and still do. So I'm just glad that you're getting further in and finding more stuff. We are in the middle of a combat, so because of that, I'm going to get us going pretty quick so that nobody gets sort of left out and we can get this done without too much delay. So let's start the old music off. Let's get the old game screen going. Thank you. Let's carry on into this fight. So, using all three actions, a number of ghouls have rushed around the corner, open a door, and come out, and the other one can't get past. So, it is the beginning of a new turn, at which point our erstwhile caster at the bottom is going to go. He is, however, deaf from a rather large explosion and stunned for this turn, so he will only get 2 actions. Those 2 actions at this point in time what is he gonna do? First 2 actions, he is going to cast for 1. He's just outside the area. Yeah. So he's going to cast a spell on himself called Harm. But he's going to cast it on himself.
Does that have any verbal components?
It does indeed, I believe, because he's... No, he's casting it only at 1, so I believe it only has somatic components at that point. It doesn't have verbal. It does indeed only have somatic, because he's going to just use it on himself. So... he will get to, at 2nd level, do 2d8's worth of healing to himself. So, eight points of healing to itself. Okie dokie.
Is he outside of the range of the helpful stroke unhelpful?
He is currently outside of that range, yes. He's just on the edge of it. However, for his next action, he's going to step back into that light. Ending his turn, because he only has 2 actions, at which point the energy starts to swirl around him, and he does indeed start to heal up. The flesh knits back together. Not a huge amount, mind you, so he's going to get an additional 10 from that. So he does look like the bulk of the damage that Inver did to him seems to have knitted back together. Not all of it, but a lot of it. It is Phelan's turn.
Step to here. Suggest to Neffy that Neffy pull the hell back. and give those two ghouls lined up beyond Neffy the electric arc.
Okie dokie. So the first one in that line is yeah, 3 on the dice. It is a reflex, I believe. So a 12 and a 26.
Okay, so that's a fail and a pass.
Mm-hmm.
And the spell deals 12 points of damage.
Okay, so the first one in the line takes the full 12 of that. The second one, obviously trying to get past his friend, it does scatter the damage somewhat. He doesn't seem to take all of that damage. Okay, so you've moved up and you've casted 2 action spells. So, Inver, it is your go.
Not a happy bunny. Okay. Emanation. Emanation is on a corner, isn't it?
Emanation is actually from the centre and moves out from it.
Emanation is the
Yeah.
centre.
Emanation's the centre.
I really need Neffy to move. Okay.
I think Neffy wants Neffy to move as well.
What's this? We're all getting in Neffy's way.
If I hold, I can only take 1 action, can't I?
If you ready in action, you can only effectively. So you ready in action costs 2, ends your turn, and allows you to then use a single action ability at some point later in the turn.
Yeah, that was
Okay. Much better for martial characters because a lot of spellcasters can't really do anything with a single action later in the turn.
Exactly. Okay, I am going to cast Reaper's Lantern.
Okay.
Just debating which set of undead to go after with it. So, Reaper's Lantern is really cool. You call forth a ghostly lantern that guides the living towards death and the undead towards true death. It sheds bright light in the spell's area and dim light to twice that. Living creatures and undead in the area when you cast the spell or that enter it later must attempt fortitude saves. Living creatures that fail the fortitude save only gain half the normal benefit from healing while in the area. Undead targets that fail their fortitude saves become enfeebled 1.
Okay.
I can increase the emanation by 5 foot per turn, spending an action on it.
Okay. Is there a range on that, or is that from you?
From me.
Okay, so.
Which is why it matters where I am.
It does indeed. One of the.
Cast it anyway.
Yep.
Because I want it done, and I'm now out of level 2 spells.
Mm-hmm.
And all my. Okay. Huh, all the icons for how many actions things take have changed to letters. Well, that's confusing. Okay. I'll drag that onto myself then. No, just. Oh.
Yeah, it does. It doesn't have a thing. No, this one doesn't have a thing because it's from you. So I'm currently trying to work out if the best thing to do is potentially give you like a fancy coloured light source around you so that it tells us where it is. It's bright light for 5 foot at the moment. Although that's not going to quite work because that's not an animation range. So all we need to know is at the moment it's everything right next to you.
Yes. Since I can't shuffle Neffy out of the way, I'm going to go and look threatening down there with a bunch of light.
Okie dokie.
And then it's an additional 10 feet beyond that gets dim light.
That is indeed correct. I do believe it's only things in the actual range, though, isn't it, that get hurt?
It's only in the bright light that have the effect.
Yeah.
But I can still wander down looking threatening towards the spellcaster.
You can indeed. This is true. This is true. Moz, it is your turn.
I am enfeebled but no longer paralyzed.
That is correct.
Oops, sorry. I didn't see that. My martial brain goes, need to pick the ghouls off of Nephi. But also then goes, yeah, but we're being bled slowly by the caster.
Deal with the caster.
Yeah. That's about where I'm at. I would say sorry, but I'm not sorry.
But you'll have to make a fortitude save while you're in the area.
Yeah. That's alright. Balls. I can get. If I go to there, that's 2 moves, but I'm still in reach of him. The diagonals. So, Moz will bound over, probably stumbling slightly. The one of the corpses of the ghouls, get himself right up to the edge of the purple light, and as he stumbles forward, having taken 2 steps of movement, he'll reach forward with Halvard and jab him in the face.
Okie dokie. That is certainly a thing. Just go for it.
That's a 12 and a 12 for 24.
12 and a 12 for 24 is absolutely a hit.
And you still have an echoing weapon.
Yes, I do, because we're only like 3-4 rounds into this, so we've still got one. That's a hit.
We are indeed.
That's an 8 and a 4 for 12 points of damage.
Okay.
Ending my turn for a point of stomach damage.
Make a fortitude save.
And I need to make a fortitude save because of witchery.
And you also need to make a... Oh no, I did say you were just out there, didn't I? So that's fine.
If he's just out of it, so am I.
Yep.
Ooh, that's a 4 and a 9 for a 13 on my fortitude save.
Sorry, mate. You can't. Well, no, you can have half healing while you're in my area.
Okay.
Just make sure you're out the area.
Oh, this is going to get interesting fast.
It is, however... just out of curiosity, why did you only have 2 actions?
It was 25 foot to get there. And
Yes indeed, your movement is
So it's-
slow. Okay, it's at this point then that the ghouls next to Nephi are gonna... Well, one of the ghouls next to Nephi is gonna have a go. So, firstly, there is a bite coming in on Nephi.
It's hard enough.
A 6 plus a 9 for a 15 is gonna miss. It's gonna then try and claw you. 17 plus 5. I think that probably does it.
Yeah.
Yeah. That will do it. So against your 19 armor class. So you only have to roll for one thing at least for this. It doesn't have.
Okay.
It doesn't have the ghoul fever on it. It does have the paralysis.
Yep, rolled 19.
Okay, you are fine, and you take 4 points of damage from the claw. It's going to try one more time. Only a +1 on this, but that's a 19 on the dice. So can you make that paralysis save again, please? And taking another 3 points of damage. So you're taking 7 points of damage in total.
I rolled a 20, and 7 points.
7 points in total. So if you've already taken the 4 you got from the first claw,
Oh, okay, yeah.
but you also need to take 3 from the second
got
claw. However, you are not paralysed,
Yeah.
and it is your turn.
Okay, so I'm gonna stab this die.
Okay.
26.
That is a critical hit. So D6 doubled and then plus a D8 because you're using your rapier.
So 14 points of damage.
14 points of damage. That one, after previous hit that you did earlier, drops down dead.
Good, as he
Nice.
should. I'm then gonna stab that one.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna move.
Yeah.
That's 19.
19 is a hit. Roll that D6.
3 points of damage.
Okay. He doesn't look well, but he is still standing.
And then I'm going to
Okay.
Take the opportunity. I'm assuming it's got an opportunity.
It does not.
Oh, good.
Okay. It is, however, its go. It's going to move forwards and step through diagonally past Ulrin, and then it's going to try and have a strike at Phelan. So, natural one. So the bite misses, and then it's going to try and claw. 5, 10 in total. Completely misses. Then the new one that's at the back of the corridor, it's going to run forwards and it's going to try and hit Ulrin. 10 on the dice, 19. That is going to hit Ulrin. Ulrin will take 4 points of damage from the bite, and then needs to make a couple of fortitude saves, please.
Mm-hmm. Okay, first fortitude save is 12.
12 in total. That is going to fail. Ulrin has ghoul fever.
Right. Second is 10.
And is paralysed as well. Just to make life difficult. Ghoul fever at this point doesn't do anything to him, but it obviously has some potential long-term problems.
We know, and we'll do some medicine on him later.
Yeah. I suddenly can't find the paralysis condition. Where's it gone? There it is. Okay, so that was the first thing. It's then it's got a claw as well, which is going to hit. But you've got everything that matters from that. So 3 points of damage, in addition to the previous 4 that you got from the bite. That is all of that guy's actions. It is now the caster's turn. Caster is not stunned anymore. What are we going to do? Well, we're going to take a 5-foot step back so that I don't get stabbed. And then I'm going to try telekinetic projectile. So it picks up like a random set of books and just lobs them in towards Mosrun. It's 12... A 28 to hit.
That's palpable hit. 21.
D6 plus 1. 3 points of damage as a book clobbers you in the face. That is all of its actions, because that is all it can do. Phelan, it is your turn.
Okay.
Did you mean to do that one, or did you mean
Yeah, no, I meant to do that one to get rid of.
Oh, sorry, I thought that was
rid of
spell.
it from my spell book. No, it's.
Oh, so it's a prepared caster.
Better. Right. So,
Only if I do anything with that.
right. So, the ghoul to the north of Olorin,
Mm-hmm.
we're going to wind up, use some flame, and just smack it into its face.
Yep.
Because we can do that.
Because you can, because Produce Flame has a melee option, yeah.
Eat this fireball.
25.
That is a hit.
I can taste, but with fire.
For 10 points of fire damage.
That one becomes a crispy fried ghoul. There is nothing left of it after being punched in the face by a fist of fire. You do have one action left, I believe.
I do. I'm going to command Olorin to not be paralyzed.
That doesn't. So you get a fortitude save on Olrin because it's
Okay. 12.
12 is unfortunately not going to be enough. I did
Okay.
completely forget to heal the ghoul in the light at the bottom. I took my hand off the chest piece and I forgot, so I will not be doing that. But if anybody asks on stream why I completely forgot, I just forgot. I am. Okay, Inver, your turn.
The light grows by 5 foot in all directions.
Okay, you now have a 10-foot square around you.
Do I know what happens if I step into that energy field?
You aren't classified as undead, so you would get hurt.
Do I know that?
Yeah, probably.
But yeah.
It's alright, I'm just messing around. Hang on. Yeah, anyway, right.
2 full squares in each direction.
Yeah, it should be. I just don't seem to be able to get that to work.
Okay.
Anyway.
Alright. It's not reaching him yet. Okay. And then I am going to do Disrupt Undead.
Mm-hmm.
Cantrip. Which is good at this point. So, this will be a fortitude save. 2d6 plus 3.
Okay.
5. Plus 4 is 9, plus 3 is 12 points of damage. DC 18, please.
I got a 15.
Cool.
So, was that how much points of damage?
12.
12 points of damage. He's not looking great. There's not a lot of him left, to be fair. So yeah.
The light. Come closer. Find out what I do.
Okay, it is Moz's turn.
Seeing as he's backed himself off a little bit further and being hesitant regarding this light, he's gonna place the halberd down, effectively drop it
Mm-hmm.
on the floor, and he's gonna reach behind his back and half dislodge the crossbow he's been carrying but not using yet.
Okay.
Load it and bellow at him. So one action to draw it, one action to load it, and bellow at the caster with an intimidating bellow to stand down.
Well, okay. Firstly, he's quite clearly not going to stand down. It's very quite clear, not within his thing to do.
Right.
The other thing I'm going to say, we are getting a bit of echo, by the way, from there, from yourselves. So just so you know. And yeah, so no, there is nothing. You've got a loaded crossbow. You've got an action.
I will shoot him in the face.
Uh-huh.
See how this goes. Oh, that's not bad. That's a 14 plus 10 plus 8 for 22.
That is a hit.
How much damage did that do? That's a... Yeah, used a crossbow before. Crossbow's damage.
About D8 normally? Oh, it depends what sort of crossbow it is.
It's a D8 because it's not a light crossbow. It's a D8.
My heavy is a D8.
Yeah, but heavies get to do other things when they
That was a
crit.
D8, not a D10.
D8.
Okay. Fair enough.
2. Oh, for fuck's sake. That's a 1 on the D8.
Oh dear. So the bolt hits, but it doesn't really seem to do anything to this creature.
Caving rash.
Neffy, it's your turn.
Okay, sorry that I suddenly shot off camera. Someone let the dog in and chaos ensued. Anyway, I'm back. There's a moment of panic when he came running through the room. I've managed to minimise stuff.
Oh.
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 Are we back? Am I unfrozen?
You're.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah,
you're
we
fine. Yeah.
Okay. I had. Okay. Anyway, I'm here. Technical situation of 30.
Oh
I
no!
have a problem.
Uh-huh.
More than the technical things. I discarded my crossbow, and now I just have my rapier, but I'm also very damaged. So, I'm going to step here, dab, and then back up.
Yeah.
18?
18 is a hit. D6 damage.
3 points of damage, and then I move.
Okay, it takes 3 points of damage and then you back up. The ghoul in question is going to go next. It's going to step around to here. And
Go away!
you keep stabbing it. It's going to try and bite you. 20.
Stab that one yet.
26. You just did. You just did 3 points of damage to it.
But that's it!
It hit you. Well, it bit you more specifically. Take 7 points of damage, and can I please have you make 2 fortitude saves?
Hang on.
You infect more than a badger with this blooming problem.
You'll be really pissed off if we find some potions of anti-ghoul bullshit to come back down here.
That is 17.
Alright, you're not paralysed. Sorry, you're not got ghoul fever. Let's do the paralysis next.
And 21.
Fine. It's going to claw you.
Okay, just
It's
carry
going
on
to
infecting
claw you. That's going to hit. That's a 23.
Ugh.
Take 2 more points of damage, and please make a fortitude save.
Nat 20.
Oh, for goodness sake. Fine! Fine. Whatever. It's the spellcaster's turn. The spellcaster is going to... Oh... Mars, make a will save.
Look at this, look at this. There's a thingy. I do resistance to mental damage. My will save is a +7.
Mm-hmm.
That's a 15 plus 7 for 22.
Yeah, alright.
Resistance is resistant. Awesome classes for the win.
You take the full initial damage, but you do not take the persistent mental damage thereafter. Take 5 points of mental damage, minus your 2 that you get because you take 2 less mental damage. So take 3 points of mental damage. It's then going to take another step back and let the light heal it. The grim, evil light. That's quite a bit, actually. Okay. Quite a bit of it seems to stitch back together. It is Phelan's turn.
Okay. I am good. I can cast a 2-action spell and a 1-action spell.
You can, yeah.
Okay. So we'll cast a 2-action spell to produce flame in that ghoul's face.
Yep.
for 20 to hit.
20 is absolutely a hit.
That's 3, 4, 8 points of damage.
Okay, it is still going, but not by much.
And I'm going to reach out and drop a level 1 action heal on Neffy.
Brilliant idea, yeah. So that is going to do 1d8 plus...
1d8
well, just 1d8 plus 1 because of the...
Yeah.
yeah, because of the staff, yeah.
So 5 points back to Neffy.
5 points back for Neffy. Okie dokie. Awesome stuff. That is your full 3 actions. It is Inva's turn.
Can Phelan have a fort save?
Oh, yes, absolutely for Olren, not absolutely.
Oh, yes. And he gets 12 again. Because anything else just would not funny.
Inva, your go.
Yep. I'm thinking. No, I'm going to do Disrupt Undead first, because that buys me some time to think about what combination of 2 out of 3 ain't bad I do with the rest of it.
Okay.
5 and 2 and 3 is 10 points of damage. He gets his fortitude save.
Okay.
This would be a whole lot more effective if he was in that bloody light of mine.
That is going to be a natural 1.
Awesome! Oh, awesome. In that case, he is enfeebled 1 for a round.
Takes 20 points of damage?
No, this one doesn't double, sadly. Different spell.
Enfeebled 1.
But I am... Oh no, stop drawing time templates. Arg, I only wanted the 1. I am going to move forward though. And
not-
just try and take the template with me.
It's not entirely true. It says it's a basic fortitude save, which means it does still take the double damage.
Oh! Cool.
And there is not a lot of this guy
Dead.
left.
Is it dead yet?
No.
Could you move one of my templates, the big square, down with me, please?
I can. Very vaguely, yep.
There we go. Thank you.
Okay. You are just out of the edge of that, I assume.
Yep. I was working on the basis if Moz wasn't in it, neither was I.
It's technically a circle template, but it's such a pain, so I'm going to use that line that's in the sand and say, you know, anything above that is fine. Moz, it is your turn.
I will grumble and reload my crossbow,
Okay.
and I will fire my crossbow.
Okay.
With vague effort. I will completely miss with my crossbow.
You do have a hero
11
point.
doesn't hit.
You do have a hero point. Remember, it's the start of a new session, so you have a new hero point.
I've met you in paralysis. I will reload my crossbow.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
You'll grow another 5 foot.
No,
No,
only.
this thing I didn't have enough actions for. I walked forwards instead.
Okay. It is Neffy's turn.
Well, he's right next to me, so I'm just gonna stab. 21.
21 is a hit.
2 points of damage. Chipping away.
It's still up.
24.
That is still a hit.
5 points of damage.
It is dead, and you have 1 action remaining.
I can do nothing, so I walk towards my crossbow so that I can pick it up the next time.
That's fair. That's fair. Your crossbow is, I believe, there, by the way, rather than where you've put yourself. So.
Oh yeah, sorry, yeah.
Before I move the thing on, not on top of Olrin, mind. There you go.
Having a hissy fit.
Okay, that means it's my spellcaster's turn, and I'm running out of spells. I will try and cast telekinetic projectile against Inva.
You go throw the book at you.
22 to hit.
Yeah, that will hit.
Take 3 points of damage.
It's pretty much doing that.
Yeah. And
Sorry?
it'll end its turn in the light, so we'll gain some healing. 12. Okay, fine. Again, it just seems to not patch up again. However, it is now Phelan's
The
turn.
net trend, more damaged or less over time?
More, but it's a
Okay.
it's a very small increment at the moment.
Fine.
Okay, I'm fed up with this thing's bullshit. It's run out of thing. One action move there.
Yep.
2 action. Trusty produce flame. 19 to hit.
19 is exactly what you need for a hit. There's enough space around that you can see the target.
For 7 points of damage.
Okay, it's another chunk out of it, but it is still going. I
Action
believe.
fortitude?
Yeah, I would indeed believe.
Even worse.
Okay, we'll go with that one. Inva.
I'm going to increase the thing by 5 feet.
Okay.
Still randomly not on the right thing to make that happen. Right. So it's over the central square now.
Mm-hmm.
And Phelan, in fact, will then have to make a fortitude save as well because it increases in all directions.
Okay.
Are you changing the template or
I'm
not?
trying to. It's not something that's easy to do.
That's fine. So that's one action. Guess what? I'm gonna. Am I? Yeah, no, I'm gonna try and hit it again. Moss can wait for healing.
Yeah, I can wait.
Looks like it has to be drawn rather than anything.
It's currently 15 feet in all directions.
Yeah, I'm just gonna have to remember that because it's terrible. If
Right, so-
anybody does like stuff for the
Oh.
Pathfinder Foundry, by all means, please work out how to do emanations. It would be really handy.
13 points of damage.
13 points of damage.
Gets
Does
his
it?
fortitude
It
save.
does get a fortitude save. It's an 18 on the dice. I'd imagine it's going to pass,
Hold
but
it.
it's going to get a 25.
Yeah.
Is that crit? Pass. Okay, so I still take half, so
Crit.
I'm taking 9 points of damage.
Did I say I said 13? Didn't I?
13,
No, not-
so 6 points of damage because it rolls down. Okay, that's your
Phelan,
action.
fortitude save.
Phelan does need to make a fortitude save, yes.
Phelan has probably failed his fortitude save.
Okay, so that's half healing. It is Moz's turn.
He'll fire from the hip, which is probably why he's been doing things so wrong so far. With his crossbow. That's a 9 and an 8 for 17.
That's a miss.
You reload, carrying on muttering, fire again. So I have 16 bolts at the end of this. Oh, that's an 18 plus. Let's me fall down on the map on that one. 18 plus 3, 21.
That's a hit.
Yay! If we roll a 1. For 3 points of damage.
It's still alive.
There's this grumpy, orcish face of just fuck it. Ah!
Neffy!
Your aim's getting better.
It's Neffy's turn.
My
Inva
crossbow.
kind of slide sideways while saying it.
There are curses in both Orcish and Dwarven, which is interesting considering the languages do not mix.
I move and then I shoot.
Okay, so you've had to pick up your weapon.
Yeah, I
Um,
move.
You move. Yeah, okay.
And I load because I wouldn't have loaded it because I shot,
Correct.
loaded, shot, and then dropped it on the next round. So
That
yeah,
is
no, I load.
true. Ghoulie lobs a book and misses, regardless of who he's targeting. And we'll gain a little bit of health back. Okay, cool. The trend is still downwards, but it's irritatingly slow trend at the moment. Phelan.
Right. Well, let's carry on skimming. Use flames at it.
Yeah.
Because, 21 to hit.
It's a hit.
For 9 points of damage.
Okay. 9 points of damage. You have one action remaining.
I cannot think of anything productive to do with this action. Actually, no. I'm going to take a bit of a step closer because then I can potentially drop one action heal.
Okay. Does Olorin want to have a fortitude save?
Well, yes, he wants to. How's 17?
17 is a pass. He is no longer paralysed.
Right, so
But that means next turn he can actually do something. Inva.
I'm going to increase it by 5 foot, which catches this bloody thing.
Fortitude save, 17. 19. 17. 17, I was right the first time.
17. It fails!
Okay, so...
It is enfeebled 1 as long as it is within the area.
Okay, it was, yes, fine, it's enfeebled 1.
And now I'm going to lob more disrupting stuff at it.
Mm-hmm. Fortitude save on that one is going to be a 27.
It's not quite a critical success, so half of 11, please.
5 points damage. It is still standing. Mars.
How much of it is standing?
Like maybe its teeth.
The concept of just teeth standing on end is interesting. Use that as your inspiration for Inktober. Fired, reloaded, fired, reloads,
Yeah.
and fires again. That's a 9 and 8 for 17.
Nope, that's gonna miss. What are you gonna do with that third action?
Reload.
Sheer amounts of Moz is just so very tempted just to throw the weapon. Is it? So, yeah, that's it. No, Moz has had enough of this. How far away is he? And does it? How much damage is this crossbow going to do if I hit him with it? So we need to roll, GM.
We're going to try and bean him with a crossbow.
Okay. Fundamentally, this is an improvised weapon. You are not trained in this, so you you would get a very, very poor roll for this. I would imagine you would at best get the +4 to this. Plus, it's your second attack, so you'd get a -5, so you're a -1. Next. It's probably not really got much more of a range than 10 foot, so you're going to take an extra -2 for the range. If it hits, I'll allow you to do D6 worth of damage.
There was a certain amount of frustration with it. Yeah, screw it. We would do with this. Good. That's a 17.
That's going to miss, I'm afraid. It's not really designed for flight.
And now it's in the energy field.
And now it's in
fine.
the energy field. Neffy, it's your turn.
In the next 18 seconds, so will I be.
I shoot.
You shoot.
Do you score?
I rolled a nat 20.
Oh! Okay, so 2d6 doubled.
Wait, what? A d6 doubled?
No,
and
d6
a
doubled,
D8.
sorry. But no, it's no extra d8 because that's the rapier. So it's just the 2d. It's just the
Oh, yeah,
d6
sorry,
doubled.
yeah.
Yeah. I thought you were getting sneak attack for a second. There, you're not. So.
Yeah, that was what threw me. I got confused.
Mhm.
Is it flat-footed?
It's not.
Bugger.
Not because
Disadvantage in
of
any
enfeeble?
way.
I just want you to know any dice roll here would be good.
Okay, 8.
8 points damage, and the cultist drops to the floor. The energy does no longer seems to be helping it, and the cultist is dead. At last. And we shall end that fight.
Done.
Done with it. Done.
It's like, I ain't getting it for you.
I have a grappling hook. I have somewhere in the region of enough bloody rope.
The better aim, one hopes.
We have time.
Scooch.
So yes, adding in the extra guys did make that quite a hard fight. Just so you're aware.
Yeah, that spell would have been more powerful if I'd had it up around the ghouls, but I've met spellcasters.
Mm-hmm. So you pick up a variety of different weapons that you have all dropped. How is the crossbow getting back? Is it
I
simply a
have
case of?
grappling hook and 50 rope.
Okay, I will quite happily say that you get the crossbow back. It may need a little bit of restringing. There is some damage to the framework that gives it the push to fire a bolt. But it's an intact crossbow. You know, it's not, at least not in pieces. Olrin does appear to have quite a festering wound.
Yeah. Well, Olerin will be getting some good old attention until that's fixed.
Yeah.
Over the next however long.
It's normally an overnight thing. I would imagine, based on how good your nature skill is, it's probably going to be an automatic thing. So in fact, even with your medicine, it's pretty much going to be an automatic thing. So yeah, we will assume for the simple purpose that Olrin is dealt with in terms of his ghoul fever when you next rest. However, you now have full access to this corridor without anything really being in the way. You can kind of travel it to your heart's content.
There are doors we haven't been in yet, though, aren't
There are a
Right.
lot of doors that you haven't been in.
Let's
Right.
take a few moments
Yeah.
and let me do some first aid, at least on Neffy and Moz.
I need a rest. I am more or less out of magic.
Does anyone remember if we got anything interesting off the body of the other cultist that we took to pieces?
Can you not, like, let's see the body and drag it out?
Well, I'm just wondering if it's worth the effort or not. Yeah.
Neffy remembers what you got off of the cultists, I'm sure. Because he keeps on checking them and finding the same thing and being very disappointed.
Isn't it ears or something? I don't know.
It's,
Flesh.
yeah, it is. It's a lump of flesh on a necklace, and that's about it.
Ah, yes.
It can stay there, because I ain't
Yeah.
gonna have no luck netting books with this hook. He'll start coiling it and packing away back in his packing pouches. Hey, Neffy, those doors that opened up, did you ever look in them?
All I saw were ghouls coming at me. Not gonna lie. I then scarpered because ow.
That's fair. That's fair. Nothing else has come out of them. So
When I feel better, I'll have a look.
Could poke my head a little bit around the corner. Just whilst Phelan's taking care of nothing.
So yeah, Phelan, if you just want to ping in our group chat each healing roll, so long as you get over 15.
Yep.
Okay. Moz, you have a look in here. Several buckets of sand and a large number of barrels crowd this rather cramped looking storeroom. The ghoul was obviously kind of just within the door and had heard you guys and hidden, and then looked for an opportune moment to jump out. A simple wooden case with a closed lid is attached to the back of the door.
As in, the door opens inward and there's a wooden box on the back of the door.
The door actually opens slightly outwards. It's like
I'm
that.
gonna hold off from opening that till Neffy's available.
Ooh.
Slightly suspicious box.
Is there anything in 30 feet that pings with spirit sense?
Let's have a think about that.
Aha. Thanks, Mom.
Within 30 foot of where you are right now, no. I don't believe so, because you've moved out of range of the absolutely ridiculous amount of spiritual energy to yourself.
That one. Not
Yeah,
there.
yeah, that one
Yeah.
about there. That one, yeah.
Miles, did you just open a door?
Nope, it was already open.
Are you sure about that?
Yep, I didn't click nothing.
Because that map doesn't look like it did before you were up by the door.
If I didn't click the door
I
was
don't-
already open. I just stuck my head at the door frame and went, oh, that's a bloody table. I'll walk back.
Okay. So, with a little bit of time, it takes quite a while, I believe, to get all the healing done, but it's all coming through. In that time, Neffy, you do have the ability to go and check things. You can kind of have a poultice put on your arm and that sort of thing, and wander around. So I'm not going to say that you're completely stationary. What do you want to do? What do people want to do? Other than close doors from a distance.
Neffy, there's a weird box on the back of this door, and I don't know what it does. But you're a little bit more better with the whole "it's trapped and going to explode. I'm going to get out of the way instead" kind of routine.
Sorry,
Ooh,
which
detect
door am I
magic
looking
might
at?
be
The
a
one
plan.
next to Moz?
The one where the ghouls jumped out and you pegged it. That first door.
Oh, the one at the end, right.
No, the first one, the very
The
first one. There's a
I just
box.
clicked
There's a box attached
Okay.
to the back of the door.
I investigate the box.
It is a fairly normal looking box. There is a very simple latch on there. Which you can flick up quite casually. And when you open it up, inside you find a long, it's about a foot long baton.
Does it seem trapped? I'm
Nothing.
like on edge.
You check the box for traps and everything else like that. You give this
Magic.
thing a thorough once over. There are no traps on the box. Detect magic. There is magic within 30 foot of you. I believe
Aura as
Blended
well.
aura.
you read aura, and the wand is indeed giving off a sense of magic. It is giving off an abjuration type of magic. If you guys wish to
Yes, please.
identify it,
Yeah. Have a look.
Yep.
then I need to figure out what the identifications for it are. This is. Am I going to do? No, I'm going to. I'll not. Do I want to do identifications as secret or not? No, I'll let you know if you know it. That's a simple one, isn't it? So let me just get this so I can figure out what the actual roles for this one are. Goes like that and like that. So you can do this with Arcana, Nature, Occultism, or Religion. Pick your best, obviously. You can't do this if you're not trained, so you can't pick a skill you're not trained in. And tell me which skill you have used.
23 for occultism, please.
You aren't sure what it is.
Okay.
8 for occultism.
No.
26 for occultism.
You know what it is.
23 for nature.
You definitely know what it is, because this is a primal item. This is a magic wand called a Wand of Quench.
Okay.
It's the quenchiest.
It can cast the quench spell. Quench itself allows you to effectively drop a bunch of water vapor into an area, saturate an area with water vapor. When you put 2 and 2 together, you have sandbags in here, you have barrels, and you have a wand which can saturate an area with water. This is the fire suppression and safety chamber where they have all of their extinguishing supplies.
The fucking cost cupboard.
Right, I'll be yoinking that then.
Okey-dokey.
I hand it over.
It is in the loot bag, as it were, so if you want to move it over to your character, please do. You still have a another door at the end of the room, which I believe Inva went over and shut, just to be certain.
Yeah, Moz is gonna walk over to it and open the door and actually have a proper look in.
Okay.
'Cause with nothing given a little bit dumb.
3 plain beds have been awkwardly stacked against the west wall of this room, leaving room for a single low table heaped with foul-smelling chunks of flesh and bone.
Yep, looks like that's where dinner for that mob came from, at least.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit. Well, no, definitely looks like how I feel. I'm guessing you're a little bit lower than you were before.
Just a tad. Yeah, I need a proper break.
How about we take a walk back to town, and then come back down here?
Yep, I'm good with that.
Original plan, wasn't it?
Yeah.
But at least we got a bit of a clear route. DM with undead lore and that purplish witchery going on. Any kind of inference on what that might be? Or any ideas what that might be? I don't mind it being a blind roll.
The down to the south.
Yeah, exactly what it is that's causing that kind of thing, or what might be the origin of it, other than it's the tower being witchery.
So you take a look at this thing. It's necromantic energy. There's a lot of stuff going on that could potentially cause things like this. But something does strike you, which, with the roll that you got, I'm happy to let you know. You start to realise that this energy isn't coming down from the tower. It's coming up from somewhere below you. And with that,
Built here.
we'll end the session. Say goodnight, players.
Good night.
Good
Good
night,
night, players.
players.
We'll see you all next time, guys. Bye-bye for now.